Hey folks, Hans from GNAT News. Today I'm in Manchester and I'm at the Ranger Station. I've seen this building all my life and I kind of have no idea what they do. I would definitely flunk a test on it. So today we're going to be meeting.
Hi, this is Martina Barnes. I'm the new district ranger on the Manchester Ranger District.
And she's going to tell us exactly what they do. So let's go meet her.
Well, this is the Manchester Ranger District office, and we're part of the Green Mountain and Finger Lakes National Forest. So our forest includes portions of land in New York and in Vermont, and we're part of the U.S. Forest Service. It's an agency that's managed under the Department of Agriculture. There are 193 million acres that the U.S. Forest Service manages across the whole country, and in our neck of the woods here in Vermont, the Green Mountain and Finger Lakes National Forest is about 400,000 acres.
400,000 acres?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And that's like,
I've hardly been on any.
Who knew, right? This office here, we oversee about 240,000 acres in the southern portion of Vermont. It incorporates about 30 towns, and that ranges from goes from Wallingford in the north to Bennington in the south. And all of those towns have small portions, in some cases large portions, of national forest in them. And so the U.S. Forest Service has what we call a multiple use mission. So that's like why we exist. And I'm going to read what our actual mission statement is. We are managing for multiple uses. That includes for water, for wildlife, for wood, and for recreation. So we are not like the National Park Service that's primarily focused on like recreation management, but we manage for multiple uses. So that means that we actually have also have some active timber harvesting. We have what's called a forest plan. That's kind of like our guiding document. That's a legal document that we have to follow. And so our forest plan explains how the different parts of the forest should be managed. So we are not managing all areas for timber harvesting. Only certain areas are considered like okay for timber harvesting. Right. So we work usually with local contractors to do that, and that's a very public and open process that we use to explain to the public what our different projects are, so that the public can provide input on some of these projects. We also do a lot of work in recreation, so we have many popular trails and recreation areas on the Manchester Ranger District.
Does that include lakes too?
Yeah,
like that?
We have also Hapgood Pond and Grout Pond.
Right.
Somerset Reservoir is another popular recreation area. We also have the Appalachian National Scenic Trail and the Long National Recreation Trail, both cut through the Manchester Ranger District. So those are like really, really popular. Right up the road from this office, there's an access point to the Appalachian Trail and the Long Trail off of Route 11 and 30.
Right.
And in fact, actually, Bennington and Manchester are what we call official Appalachian Trail communities. So they're like, because they sponsor sections of the Appalachian Trail in their towns. So they're proud of that designation.
And that gives you a heads up, you can go buy food.
Yeah, exactly,
Gotcha.
Exactly. Come to our town and enjoy the food.
I got you.
Yeah, so some other so recreation, and then wildlife. We we manage for to protect certain wildlife species. So any wildlife species that's federally threatened or endangered, we have to protect. So like one example is the northern long-eared bat is a federally threatened species, and so we have to be really careful. We can't cut trees during certain times of year, and we have to make sure that we stay a safe distance away from any bat caves. That's just one example of where we would manage.
And along that, are you also trying to create habitat?
Yes. What we do is we create wildlife openings, and so a lot of the forest, you may notice, is it's forested, so it's not open, and many types of birds like open spaces within forested areas, and so we actually do cut some trees down, and we do some small burning, what we called it prescribed burning operations in forested areas to create these openings, these wildlife habitat openings, especially for bird species.
If I wanted to, I'm a private landowner and I wanted to create a better habitat.
Yeah.
Is that something I could come to you folks for advice on that, or is that really?
Yes, we can definitely help you out. The Forest Service also has another part. It's another part of the Forest Service that's specifically geared towards working with state and private forest landowners. It's actually called State and Private Forestry, and if you want, we could put you in touch with like the state forester, like the Vermont State Forester's Office could really give you more detailed advice, but we can totally, I mean, we have a full even though.
I'm sorry to do that.
No.
This is like a black hole.
Yeah.
The more you go into it, you go, wow, it goes in so many directions.
No, it's like tendrils, right? But we have someone who answers our office phone Monday through Friday, even if currently we're closed because of COVID. At the moment we are still closed to the public, but we do have someone at our front desk who can meet you outside and talk to you or give you answers over the phone.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What messages would you like to leave us with, I guess?
Sure. First of all, I think I want to share that we, as a general public, all need to respect the resources that are out there. We need to be careful about our trails, trying to stay on the trails, we have trail maps and designated areas where hikers, bikers, and ATV use can happen, and
So I just can't roar through the woods.
Exactly. Like we can only, and all of our trails are signed with like where motorized use is permitted, so you shouldn't be using your ATV on a trail that's designated for hikers only, for example.
And with all these new people up here, are the trails getting hammered, or?
Totally, yeah. Which is great. We're seeing such an increased recreation use across the district. There's people coming from everywhere, and that's wonderful because it also helps our local economies. All these people from all over, but we just want to get the word out that it's really important to just respect the trails so that the next person can use it and the next person, and that it's not destroyed.
And you don't have to keep fixing it every weekend.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and take your trash with you. So that's also a good. If you find beautiful flowers or plants,
can't yank them?
Leave them there. Just take a photo and post it on Instagram. Try to avoid. If you see like a rock face with crystals, don't take the crystals with you.
No dynamite.
Again, just take photos. That's what we encourage. Same with another one is caves. If you see a cave, or try to avoid going into the cave, especially during the summer months. That's when the bats have their babies, their pups. And
is that still a problem?
Sure.
It is?
So there's the white nose syndrome is a disease that impacts bats, and it has killed thousands upon thousands of bats. It's still around.
Wow.
In fact, that's one of the reasons why that bat species that I mentioned earlier is threatened. So try to be mindful of the bats, and just really, if you have questions, well, first of all, just enjoy, like have fun, and really recognize and that this is a really unique resource, that Vermont is fortunate to have a national forest. Not every state, especially in the eastern United States, has a national forest in their backyard, and we do. So we should be grateful for what it offers us, both from a recreation, from timber, wildlife, watershed for clean water. That's a big one I forgot to mention in the beginning. The fact that our forests filter our water and provide clean water for us. So we really all benefit from it, and we should be try to check it out. And if you have any questions, feel free to call our office or check out the website, and I'm available anytime.
Cool. It was so nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sure.